me fix that. Where did the music go? Where did the music? Did it go? Whoop. Let me give that one more shot. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. There we go. Let me double check that shit. Monitor and output. Cool. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, November 2nd. Playing Slay the Princess. I'm Normamar. I'm the person who's going to slay the princess. We've tried multiple times already, and she's on the cusp of awakening. I've done a lot, so you roll cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens. Cool.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Okay. Where's my auto button? Yeah. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
I don't know what to do if this is a short stream. Maybe I'll switch to Dredge. Everything goes dark and you die. Starting all over from chapter 1. Again.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that
cabin in the woods
is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it
She
fool you.
is.
It's all part of the manipulation.
I forgot. I don't know what we've done here yet.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
A relationship? Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship. Do you?
I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is an entirely different matter.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking. Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'll find something to break you free. I'll go look for the key.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Hurry, let me out of
Your
here!
shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Yeah.
Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Who's they?
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You
What?
won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade
Ugh.
against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
We've been through a version of this one already, I think.
She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay.
No.
The
you
knife's
won't have
bloody in
any
the
of
mirror.
that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh, he's narrating me again.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Slay, slay, slay. Oh, I can warn her. Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive!
Come on. Huh? Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you?
I
I
accidentally.
can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Maybe.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
It's a prison hour.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her.
Proceedings.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Hiya, Toldy. How are you
Yes,
doing
yes,
today?
Don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud?
Wink, wink. I catch
No, I
up.
didn't. Wink.
Wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the
Wink, wonk.
princess.
I might be close to the end on this game, but we'll see how much more we have left.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Dude, you didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Definitely did not.
Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should.
There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
You're yellow now.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I think you know what we have to do.
Kill the narrator. I want to see how handsome I am.
Let's not get caught up in vanity, but we should definitely take a closer look. Whatever it is, he must not want us to know about it.
Is this some sort of rehearsed bit? Use your eyes.
Is
There
this a
no
bit?
mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What
Why
good
would we
it
lie
even
about
do?
there being a mirror?
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's
This
a
time
wall.
for sure.
There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
You're
It was there a
ridiculous.
second ago.
And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs and lock
Whoa!
eyes with the princess.
She's extra
looks
chained
up.
up.
The heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Her crown's
Should
darker.
we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
She's so cool. Let's sit.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
So you've already been here. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Contingency for what?
What?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably.
I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
That's
What?
pathetic.
You got an ego
never said
narrator?
I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world,
The princess
you
just
need
is
to accept
staring at us while we're
I
having this
won't.
silent conversation.
that. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
You're asking about my intentions. What did you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Uh-oh. Oh
Or
shit.
does she think she'd survive a beheading?
You're right.
I wouldn't
Maybe
put it
she's
past her.
delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
That other chain on the wall, who is it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Ooh.
Maybe it'll fit.
Hee.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
How am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head is in a shackle too?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
Ooh.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound
She'd
great.
never do that
What
to
about
me.
the pros? There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as you have to distrust me, right?
I do. So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me. I'm extremely patient.
It's probably better if we take action anyway. No use trying to wait her out. That's playing to her strengths.
Inspect the shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Why?
Why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am. Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Put it on.
Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as
Uh-oh.
if pulled by some
Oh.
odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Whoops.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Oh, God.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
That is true. So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Did you know that this was going to happen to me?
No.
One word answers. Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
I don't know if we can claim rudeness on somebody we're supposed to kill.
You and
All
the
right.
princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
At least the world is safe.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
Got some
But
explaining to
Your line
do,
of
narrator.
questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk, remember?
This isn't small.
Still rude.
$99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Can't take one down 'cause I'm chained to the wall, 99 bottles of beer on the wall.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see
Ooh.
earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
Lichen.
That doesn't make sense.
I lichen.
Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly,
Oh!
there are no walls. And then,
She is patient.
and
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
We're still chained up.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Oh, does the world end when she gets outside the cabin? Oh. Another one.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before and you always get
But
scared.
it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
If you say so. We'll trust you.
Feels too good to be true.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Is that a crow? A burb? Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
What? Was we the narrator the whole long, splitting the image and glass in two? And then another crack forms and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to meet you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it?
His mouth's
You
moving!
needed help, after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Wait, our icon changed. It's the Raven head now. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I am an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Others like you. You've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different? Is this why the mirror always disappears when we go to it?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
There's a lot of questions. Do we even have time to ask them all? Ooh, buddy. Are you a part of me, or are you something else?
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
Do you have anything to say for yourself for all of this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact.
Okay,
that I'm right.
dude. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Everyone or you? If I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will, but it will all be worth it.
To who? Why would you want me to destroy the concept of transformation?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
If I destroy her, how is that existence any better than death? Or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Oh! Whoa! Shoot.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Crazy goddess form.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Shifting mound. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in this? Why is it all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well.
Uh-oh, what's
If
happening?
this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
What's happening?
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real.
What the hell?
By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
She is a goddess of many faces and many aspects. Let's see, we can address it directly. That isn't what any of this has been about. You've done nothing but lecture me since the minute I got here. I've existed without you. I won't engage with an argument that favors death and suffering. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but that isn't what any of this has been about.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
I crush you, I bleed you, I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back.
It's the DBZ version.
You run, but you do not run away. You take me somewhere new, somewhere we can dance like we used to. But I could not follow your steps. There was no better gift for me than the gift of defeat. You showed me how much more I could be. We made each other better. To have no challenges to fade into nothing. A life without obstacles is no life at all.
I agree with her, but I'm also like... This has always been about us, just us. Two people forced to hurt each other again and again, but we don't have to hurt each other anymore.
You cling to your notion of pain as suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict. A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free. sin, there is no redemption.
There can be love and conflict and beauty and ugliness between us without bringing the whole of reality into the picture.
We are the whole of reality. Your lover tried to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
We're not the whole of reality. Why don't you see me the way I still see you? Why won't you see me for what I am?
I could ask you the same. There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine? What is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
This doesn't have to be so big. You can come back to my level. You can come back to me. Hi, Weebo. Welcome in. Happy Saturday.
Why would I stoop to your level when I'm offering you ascension to mine? It's so peaceful here. Beautiful. Eternal. But ever-changing.
As the clash between you abates, the princess withdraws, trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Thank you for the resub, Monkey Bacon. Oh, buddy. Oh, are we gonna actually have to slay the princess? Was the narrator right all along? Let's talk with her more. It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
So we've got options to leave, and we've got options to slay the princess. Oh, wait. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Hey! We're multifaceted too! Which hero are you?
I'm all of them, I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
You have no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here. Seems like you've been doing alright on your own, but she's too many things at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get past all that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
What? Oh shit, what? Oh! What has happened? Oh, we started from the very, very beginning.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that.
Oh,
isn't it?
she's outside the cabin. Look at the windows.
Do you need me to describe things?
Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Did anybody else make it into the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
If the offer still stands, could you describe the cabin to me, for old time's sake?
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah?
Oh!
There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And
It's
some windows.
cute.
There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
All right.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here?
There's a red
First
tent.
time we heard her voice.
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
Oof. She called me a fence sitter. She called me a
Sounded just like
centrist.
that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Listen, I voted.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Oh, she's not even chained up. I don't think I want to be a god. Yeah, maybe the goddess's argument should be more about like healthcare and rights, human rights, instead of existence and suffering. I, ex- Life is meaningless without suffering, but also, we're gonna have universal healthcare in the new world. I don't think I want to be a god. I definitely don't want to be a god.
Honestly, me neither.
Are you the same as you are out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
I feel like I never really got to know who you were, like aspects of you, but I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this. Yeah. If not wanting to hurt somebody is what makes me a centrist, then you can call me a centrist. That's a core part of me.
I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Oh, I don't think I can do that.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
I don't. Would resetting it do anything to help them? I don't want to... We're gonna just find ourselves back here eventually. If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
Well, I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
God, just an endless loop of us just... playing ass grab with a knife. Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
I don't want to forget you. You're cool, I like you, even if you're being weird.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
But the world ends if we reset. We're going to...
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
How do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you.
Oh!
And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
Oh! We'd have to decide to do this every single time forever. Eventually, something is going to be different. What if we change our minds?
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
What if we decide to break up in the future? This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
I take it all back. I don't want this, and I don't want to kill you. Is it too late to go back to being a god?
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
Holy shit, what do I do? I'm gonna move the chat. I'm gonna move you down here some. I can agree to her plan. I can apologize and slay her. Or I can slay her without saying anything. Ah! Okay, then let's do it. I believe in us. I believe in us.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
There's no good place to put you guys. Oh! Chat, I want you to pick. Do we say it? I want to pick one of these two. I'm betting on the I'll see you soon, but if you want me to say I love you, I will press it. Catch up, I like love. Alright. I love you!
Oh, I love you too.
What? It sounded like she wasn't really sure.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Holy shit, are we really? Oh! Oh, wow! Jonathan Sims! Nicole Goodnight, she had a really pretty voice. She has a really pretty voice. Oh! This is a really cool game, really cool visual novel. Woo! Oh man, they credited all the Laundry Bear. They credited all the instrument players with their specific instrument. Hunter Smiley Face. Shout out to Hunter Smiley Face. Oh! Wednesday the snake, Spoons the cat, and Nubs the small monster. I think that's an axolotl. Cute! The princess, the eye of the needle. The world ender, the shifting mound movement forth. Oblivion, I don't like small talk. An empty void that dared to dream it was alive. We've unlocked a gallery. You can access it from the main and endgame menus, and is full of clues that will help you find undiscovered vessels and interactions. Happy hunting. Okay. Memories. The hero and the princess. The spaces between, the end of everything. Let's look at, oh, there's a lot of them. The adversary, the tower, the specter, the nightmare, the prisoner, the damsel, the fury, and the eye of the needle. Cool. She isn't armed, is she? Fall to a feral captive, betray her before she can betray you. You can't know someone you've never met. You don't need the world for your happy ending. You can always choose to walk away empty-handed. Sometimes the only way to break a vicious cycle is to put your heart on the line. Become one with the princess in a very literal sense may involve, but does not necessitate being eaten. Some of these might be the other endings, like if we agree to leave with the goddess, or if we decide to slay her. This is really neat. I really like this. Very meta, but oh, see? The hero and the princess. I don't know if we ever get to see what the hero looks like, but we know he's like got a, or they have a like... Ooh, there's a lot I'm missing. She was the Dragon Ball Z one. What was this one? Well, I thought this was... Or is she like an evolved form? I'm very confused. Yeah. This one was crazy. This was the first one I got. She is crazy cool. Spectre the Nightmare? Huh. Oh, I didn't actually see her. That's why. And we did the damsel, which was a very weird actually helping her. It was so fun. I like the prisoner. I liked how sardonic she was. Very cool. Alright, I think this is... This was a shorter stream, but not too short. I think this was pretty decent length. I finished it. I know that there's a lot more to do, but I'm probably gonna play a lot of that off stream. I would recommend other people you buy the game too, and you can play it yourself, or you can go find other people who are playing and see what different vessels and endings they got. Let me see who is streaming right now. Alright. I'm setting up a raid. I really like this. That was one of the warnings that comes up. It's like, this is a love story, and it's like, is it? And it kind of is. It's a messed up little love story, but it is. Thank you for watching, and I have cleared up 3 of my spooky games for October, so I have Dredge left, which I will still be playing until I finish it, but I'll probably make some room for I'll make room for some more oh, excuse me. Metaphor Refantasio stream, so it's not just one stream a week. Mario and Luigi Brothership is also coming out this coming week, so I'll be streaming that too. And sometime in the future, I want to stream Banjo-Tooie. I'll be playing that for the first time, so... Once again, thank you all for watching. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. I really appreciate it. And I will see you tomorrow for Metaphor Refantasio. Now I'm going to raid into friend Ailsong the Brewer. She is playing Dragon's Dogma 2, so say hi to her, and hope you all have a good rest of your Saturday. Bye-bye!